The Panama Canal is a man-made waterway that connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, cutting across the Isthmus of Panama. The canal is 48 miles, 77 kilometers, long and enables ships to avoid a long and dangerous trip around the southern tip of South America. The idea of a canal through Panama dates back to the early 16th century when Spanish conquistador Vasco Núñez de Balboa first crossed the Isthmus of Panama and realized the potential for a waterway to connect the two oceans. However, it was not until the late 19th century that serious efforts were made to construct a canal. In 1881, a French company led by Ferdinand de Lesseps began construction of the canal. But the project was plagued with financial and technical difficulties, as well as widespread disease and high mortality rates among the workers. The project was eventually abandoned in 1889, after only a small portion of the canal had been completed. In 1904, the United States took over the construction of the canal and completed the project in 1914. The canal was officially opened to traffic on August 15, 1914. The Panama Canal is a complex engineering marvel that allows ships to transit from one ocean to another through the narrow Isthmus of Panama. Here is a step-by-step guide on how the Panama Canal works. 1. The Panama Canal is divided into 3 locks: the Miraflores locks, the Pedro Miguel locks, and the Gatun locks. Each lock chamber is 110 feet wide and 1,000 feet long, which is about the length of 3 football fields. 2. A ship enters the canal from the Pacific Ocean and enters the first set of locks at Miraflores. The lock gates close behind the ship, and water is pumped into the chamber to raise the ship to the level of Gatun Lake, which is 85 feet above sea level. 3. The ship then enters the Culebra Cut, a 7-mile-long channel carved through the mountains of Panama. The Culebra Cut was one of the most challenging parts of the canal to construct due to frequent landslides. 4. After passing through the Culebra Cut, the ship enters the Pedro Miguel locks, which lowers the ship back down to sea level. 5. The ship then enters the final set of locks at Gatun, which raises the ship back up to the level of Gatun Lake. 6. The ship then crosses Gatun Lake, a man-made lake that covers an area of 163 square miles. 7. Finally, the ship enters the last stretch of the canal, passing through the Gaillard Cut before reaching the Gatun locks. The lock gates open, and the ship continues its journey out to the Atlantic Ocean. The entire process of transiting the canal takes around 8 to 10 hours, and ships are charged based on their size, cargo, and type. The Panama Canal is an essential route for global trade, connecting over 140 maritime routes and saving ships from having to navigate the dangerous waters of Cape Horn or around the southern tip of Africa. It is estimated that the canal saves over 8,000 miles of travel distance between Asia and the east coast of the United States, resulting in significant time and fuel savings for shipping companies. Other interesting facts about Panama Canal. The construction of the Panama Canal took over 30 years and cost over $350 million, equivalent to over $8 billion today. The construction of the canal was a massive undertaking that involved the excavation of over 170 million cubic yards of earth. The canal has been recognized as one of the 7 wonders of the modern world by the American Society of Civil Engineers. The canal was originally going to be built in Nicaragua, but Panama was ultimately chosen because it was closer to major ports and had a more favorable climate. The canal was transferred from American to Panamanian control in 1999 as part of the Panama Canal Treaty. The highest toll ever paid for a single transit of the canal was $829,468, paid by the cruise ship Norwegian Bliss in 2018. The canal has a maximum capacity of around 15,000 ships per year, and over 1 million ships have transited the canal since it opened in 1914. The canal was closed for 9 months in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, marking the longest closure in its history.